morning, Lord. Thank you for a new day. Thank you that your compassion is renewed every morning. Great is your faithfulness and your steadfast love, O Lord. I don't know what all is going to happen today and how much I'll get done, but you do. So I give this day to you. Fill me with your Holy Spirit, Father. Energize me for your work, because you know how tired these bones are. Awaken me to the wonder of your salvation, and quicken my spirit to the reality of your work in my life. Lord, my mind is filled with creative ideas, but they're all jumbled. Holy Spirit, come and hover over my mind like you hovered over the waters at creation, and speak order out of the chaos. Help me to cease striving and to trust that you will give me all I need today to do the work you've given me to do. You will be faithful to complete the good work you've started. And as I step out into my day, I declare your sovereignty over every area of my life. I entrust myself to you and ask that you use me however you see fit. This day is yours. My body is yours. My mind is yours. Everything I am is yours. May you be pleased with me today. Amen.
Nasayod ka ba kung unsa ang masa? Nasayod ka ba kung paraasa ang masa? Ang masa, kasangga sa mga kabos, duulanan sa mga waytingog. Ang masa, bagong pag-asa ng masa. Makamasa ka ba? Kapihan sa masa.
Ang kapihan sa masa hatod kaninyo sa Secure Bank.
Kaibigan, kung may suliranin ka, huwag mag-alala, manalangin ka. Magpakatatag, sapagkat ang buhay natin ay may pag-asa. Bagong pag-asa, andito kami, tutulong sa'yo. Kabuhayan spiritual para sa kalusugan mo. Halika na dito sa masa. Kaibigan, nasaan ka man, hanggat kailangan mo ng karamay o kaakbay at katuwang, sapagkat ang buhay natin ay may pag-asa. Masa, ang bagong pag-asa, andito kami, tutulong sa'yo. Magkabuhayan spiritual para sa kalusugan mo. Halika na, masa, ang bagong pag-asa, andito kami, tutulong sa'yo. Magkabuhayan spiritual para sa kalusugan mo. Halika na.
In Masa, we always believe the divine providence of our Lord. our God, our King. Whatever you have done to the least of your brothers and sisters, you have done it for me. When I am hungry, you feed me. When I am thirsty, you give me drink. God bless you.
Masa, ang bagong pag-asa. Nandito kami, tutulong sa'yo. Pagkabuhayan spiritual para sa kalusugan mo. Halika na. Masa, ang bagong pag-asa. Nandito kami, tutulong sa'yo. Pagkabuhayan spiritual para sa kalusugan mo. Halika na. Para sa kalusugan mo. Halika na. Halika na. Halika na. Dito sa masa.
Good morning Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Today is Wednesday, March 31, 2021. Kini si Kamasang June. Maayong buntag mga kamasa. O kumusta man mo? Kabalabo mo mga kamasa. That on the very same day, ang March 31, year 1521, the first documented Catholic Mass in the Philippines was held. It was on an Easter Sunday. It was conducted by Father Pedro de Valderrama along the shore of what was referred to in the journals of Antonio Pigafetta as Mazaoa. Amazing, right? Pero mas amazing yun mga kamasa, no? Kay makauba na to karon for the first time. Isa sa mga few faces diri sa atong programa, Kapihan sa Masa. Walay lain, Kamasang Michael, kumusta?
Yes, may buntag Kamasang June. Okay ra kayo ko. Thank you. Excited po ko kayo karon nga nag-uban ta. Yes, no, happy kay ko nga nakaabot po ko diri sa Masa Foundation. I know nga naay kanang dili ni aksidente nga niabot ko diri, and happy kay ko nga nailan ako ang Kapihan sa Masa family, which is enjoy kayo no
Yes.
sa atong mga trabaho diri, pagpadala og information sa atong mga viewers, sa atong mga listeners. And yes, good morning mga kamasa. Kumusta pud mo? Napod ko'y trivia para sa atong mga
Alright.
viewers. Did you know also nga in year 1999, on the same day, the movie The Matrix was released? This science fiction story did not only become a commercial success but also left a lasting impression through its creative use of slow motion cameras. The same day in year 1948, Al Gore, the 45th Vice President of United States, a Nobel Prize laureate and environmentalist, was born. And farther back, March 31, 1889, the Eiffel Tower, a world-renowned French landmark, was opened. Now you know mga kamasa. Yes, and I would like to take this opportunity to greet my family, Humayo family, Tored family. Stay safe and God bless us all.
Alright, you're watching live here in Kapihan sa Masa, broadcasting live via RPN sa Parasat Cable TV, Channel 5, og madungog usab kita sa RPN DXKO 1368 kHz EM sa inyong mga radyo. And of course, good morning to all our viewers watching live via Facebook streaming.
Yes mga kamasa, aniya na kita sa atong ika-111th episode ug nagpadayon gyapon kita sa pagselebrar sa Women's Month sa bulan sa Marso. Ang atong episode karon adlaw gitawag natong Women of the World. And we are honored na atong makauban today dili lang usa but two empowered women of the world. Mga banggiita na mga babae nga naka-establish og very successful careers in different parts of the world. Proof ni sila Kamasang June
Yes, you know.
na ang mga babae miskan asa ibutang mulambo gyud.
Yes, excited ko ani mga kamasa o kamasang Michael. Interesado ko makabalo sa journey ani atong mga guests og makatuon giunsa nila pag-drive sa ilang mga careers og sa ilang mga locations. Not to mention kamasang Michael nga naa sila sa Thailand and Switzerland karon. So grabe kayo.
Yes, Kamasang June, ako pud gusto pud ko nga makatuon sa ilaw kung saon pag-thrive sa imong career ug sa imong life in general wherever you are. Og side note, Curious pud ko makabalo, aha na sila naka-travel.
Wow! Alright! Og padayon gihapon kita sa mga kabasa sa pagpanghatag og free load para sa atong smart and talk and text users. Our smart communication question of the day is: unsa nga mga nasod nagatrabaho atong mga guests karong adlaw? Is it A, Thailand and Switzerland, B, Indonesia and Sweden? If you know the answer, just text to 0908-555-1693 together with your name and address to win Smart Gigaload 99. Or pwede usab mo tubag pinaagi sa pag-post sa imong Facebook timeline with the hashtag Kapihan sa Masa episode 111. The first 3 texters and viewers nga makatubag sa atong correct answer will be the winners.
Alright, this portion is brought to you by CW's Party List, ang party list na may puso sa mga manggagawa. Councilor Yan Lam Alam Lim, President of Cities Liga ng mga barangay. Secured Bank, ang bangko ng masang Pilipino. Let's pause for a break and we will be right back.
Kapihan sa Masa. Ang Kapihan sa Masa, gihatod kaninyo sa CWS Party List.
Bulustano, welcome to Turugan Cafe.
We serve halal food like randang, coffee, frap, tea, and Maranao delicacies.
Welcome back and you're still watching live here in Kapihan sa Masa. Og sa mga bago lang nagtanaw og naminaw karon, ang atong
Smart communication question of the day is: unsa nga mga nasod nagatrabaho ang atong mga guest karong adlaw? Is it A, Thailand and Switzerland, or B, Indonesia and Sweden? If you know the answer, just text to 0908-555-1693 together with your name and address to win Smart Gigaload 99. Or pwede usab mo tubag pinaagi sa pag-post sa imong Facebook timeline with the hashtag Kapihan sa Masa episode 111. The first 3 texter or viewers nga makatubag sa correct answer will be the winners.
og karon mga kamasa na atay pre-recorded interview sa atong unang invited guest. Nakahinabi siya ni Kamasang Joan ato kining tanawon.
Mga kamasa, ang atong unang invited guest karong adlaw kay usa ka empowered woman of the world. Born in Cagayan de Oro City, my hometown, and is currently working as regional engagement lead for platforms, partnerships, and campaigns for Asia and Oceania based in Bangkok, Thailand. Has extensive experience in digital marketing and content writing. She also dabbles as travel ambassador and has been to many exotic locations in Africa, Asia, and Europe. Also an advocate of empowerment. Mga kamasa, let's welcome Miss Juliet Alon. Good morning, Ma'am Juliet. Kini si Kamasang Joan. Kumusta ka dara, Ma'am?
Hi, good morning everyone. Morning, Joan. It's good to be here. Thank you for the invite.
Kini among episode, Ma'am, how ang Women of the World o gimugna ni tungod kay gusto pud mi makabalo, Ma'am, kung unsa ang mga experiences ug lessons nga makatunan gikan sa mga successful nga mga babae in different parts of the world. So para masugdan nato, Miss Juliet, no? Para pod sa mga benefits sa ato ang mga viewers and listeners diri sa Kapihan sa Masa, pwede ba nimo ma-explain briefly, Ma'am, kung unsa gid ang imuhang trabaho there as a Thailand?
Okay, so thank you for that. Currently, I work as regional lead for the region, and ang uban ana is advertising tech. So basically, I work with the likes of Google and Facebook to make sure that I have technology to do the marketing campaigns that we have for our client. I also do the partnerships, doing joint business plans with partners like, again, Google, Facebook, now TikTok na pod, and then we're also looking at other partners like Teads or Unruly or Double Verify. These are all like global partners for digital marketing. And then for campaigns as well, we do marketing campaigns for our clients. So I don't do a lot of it, but last year we launched the first ever brand campaign for the Nissan automotive category. and in July 2020. So right now we're just doing a full digital retargeting and performance marketing for that. So that's daghan siya akong scope, but we do have a team in Bangkok that help us make sure that we, all our campaigns are effective. And then I also work with the local markets, so from Philippines, Thailand, Australia, Indonesia, to some point like local small markets such as Singapore, mga Fiji, Vanuatu, kanang layo na kaayo. But yeah, that's the scope of the work.
Ma'am, kanang pwede ba nimo ma-share sa amo apod ma'am kung unsa imuhang journey paingon sa imuhang current nga trabaho karon?
Yes, of course. Actually, graduated, let's go way back. I graduated Corpus Christi, Cagayan de Oro. And then after that, went to college and then worked for, I think, 4 years in Manila. And then after that, that was the time na digital marketing, dili pa kaayo siya uso sa Pilipinas. And then I already had one of my best friends was actually working in Singapore already. And ingon siya nga, daghan opportunities dito. So I actually left the Philippines without a job because I just wanted like a break in Singapore muna and then test the waters kung sa'y na dito, unsay opportunity. And then one of the people in my network said, oh, there's an opportunity there, you might wanna, I think you're the perfect fit and you might wanna join. And then actually wala na ako nakauli ng Pilipinas after 1 month. Ako mama nagdala sa akong mga gamit to Singapore, and that actually started my 10-year tenure in Singapore. So I was in Singapore for 10 years doing digital marketing across a lot of advertising agencies, tanan global. I was almost always regional or global role. So daghan siya sakop nga countries. So you can imagine hectic but also fun because of the people. And then in 2018, I was headhunted for a role in Bangkok. So they wanted someone that kind of experience with the region, who can lead from the Bangkok hub, and then who also has, of course, like digital marketing skills and can really lead the team, from here. So that's why I left Singapore after 10 years, and then I am now coming up to 2 years tenure in my current job in Bangkok. So it's been, my journey really started when I wanted something more that I couldn't get at that time sa Pilipinas. But I know right now digital is such a big thing. It's everywhere, and in the Philippines is actually like, catching up with the rest of the world. So that's really good. But then at that time, wala pagi opportunity diha na I wanted to go digital because I thought that was really the future. I didn't want to do just like, TV commercials and all of that. So we still do that. But of course, like, with the onset of like Instagram, Facebook, Google, I really needed to like upskill and then get that experience beyond what I was doing in Manila at that time.
Ma'am, sa imong journey pod, ma'am, unsa mga challenges ang imong na-encounter as a woman sa imong trabaho karon?
Well, usually, one of the things na na-notice yun na ako is it takes a lot more to have my voice heard as a woman, especially when I'm working with an all-male team. So, not necessarily in my current workplace, but, in all my experiences now working in a regional or global capacity. So I've worked with all-male team, and sometimes na what we call microaggressions na, they think na boys will be boys like jokes, For example, nakoy gihatag ng information to the team, and then one of the older colleagues asked me like, okay, who do I have to sleep with to get that information? Which for me is a big no-no. Obviously, I told him, if I were a man, you wouldn't have asked me that question. So these are little things that they thought was a joke, but actually, I don't tolerate that kind of thing, especially in the workplace. Or actually, even with like friends or all of that. And I aim to educate, not to shame anyone. So that's why I would like correct them on the spot. So yeah, and then there was also one time back in Singapore, I was mobilizing an entire client team to do like an urgent request, right? And then my boss actually said in front of everyone's office, I was like, wow, Juliet is so bossy. Wow, bossy to everyone. And then I shot back at him with the CEO. Na ang CEO dito, no? And I was like, well, boss, if I were a man, you'd say I was being a leader, right? But because I'm a woman, you'll say I'm being bossy or being aggressive. But for me, kind of mga little words bitaw nga we think are normal should not be normalized because it's so ingrained na every day na we have to be mindful of what we say to people, and sometimes people don't really think about what they're gonna say, and because it's so normalized and it's so ingrained, they think it's okay to just say it and blurt it. But in a time of like hashtag Me Too, or the whole movement nowadays on female empowerment, I have to take a stand, because otherwise hipokrita lang ako, diba? I talk about it to my friends, I talk about it on IG and my Facebook and everything, but if I don't practice it on the daily, murag, okay, I'm not walking the talk, And then third would be yung gaslighting. And gaslighting can be done by anyone. So for example, you say something, but other people make you think as though you didn't say it or you didn't do it, and they just sort of pummel that several times to you until you yourself would second guess that, oh, maybe I did not say that, or maybe I did say that, or maybe I did not act, or So that whole second guessing is actually a lot of it happens in the corporate setting as well.
And ma'am, how has being a woman of the world help you as a person?
Again, one is, I think, empowered with knowledge. Being exposed to different cultures is one of the most challenging and also one of the most rewarding, actually, sa work, and in my personal life as well. I have friends different nationalities, so that's a different thing altogether. Now you have to relate to them, taking into consideration they're different from Pinoys. Like, for example, little things like you want to share food, pero some of my, for example, friends na from other cultures, dili sila gusto nga magkuha kag food from their plate, so kanya-kanya yun. So that expanded my my knowledge is one of the things that really helped me as a person. So that's, I think, a skill that's necessary, especially when you go abroad. So just that passion and that curiosity to learn about people, places, cultures, and the way they live. And then, of course, another thing that really helped me as a woman of the world is being surrounded by a strong network of strong females and women, and not necessarily in Bangkok, but of course from around the world. So two of the mentors that I would really say helped me with my journey, one is based in the Philippines and the other is based in Singapore. A third one actually, but we haven't touched base in quite a while already, is based now in Australia. So you have all of these mentors and coaches that really helped me with my journey, career and personal wise. So I think that's the good thing.
Alright, so ma'am, one last question before ta mag-proceed sa ato ang fast talk. Unsay mga lessons nga gusto nimo i-impart sa ato ang mga viewers and listeners diri sa Kapihan sa Masa, especially to those nga gusto mag-explore og international career?
Well, coming from my experience and in the eternal words of Nike, I would just say, just do it. But of course, knowing arming yourself with the knowledge, because again, knowledge is power, even though cliche na siya, but be aware of the pros and cons. No, sahay, mingaw when you're abroad and away from family and you feel like you're fighting your battles alone. But it pays to know what you're getting into. So there are always pros and cons. Again, it's up to you. But no regrets with anything and everything that I've done. So I just tell that to everyone, even my cousins. If you want to go abroad, be aware of the pros and cons, but just do it, because in the end, it will really help enriching you, yourself, and actually your life.
Alright, thank you so much, Miss Juliet, for your experiences. Salamat kayo, ma'am. Now, ma'am, muna ni sa atong ginahulat-hulatan ng ato ang fast talk.
Okay, salamat for that.
Ready na ba ka, Ma'am Juliet?
Yes, ready na ready.
Okay, buntag or gabi?
Buntag.
Coffee or tea?
Green tea.
Appetizer or dessert?
Ooh, dessert.
Bags or shoes?
Shoes.
Books or movies?
Books.
Math or English?
Math.
Running or swimming?
I don't do both. Yoga and hip. Ana.
Oh, wow. Bukid or dagat?
Ooh, dagat yun.
Dog or cat?
Ooh, dogs.
Piolo or Derek Ramsey?
Papa Piolo. I've met him in one of my shoots. Sabutan yun siya.
Bea or Julia?
Ooh, Bea.
And lastly, lights on or lights off?
Lights on.
Ay, palaban! Alright, daghang salamat once again, Miss Juliet Allen. Please continue to be an inspiration to all great women around the world. More power to you and stay safe always. Thank you so much, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Joanne, for your time.
Thank you so much, Miss Juliet. Og salamat po sa Kamasang Joanne for that interview. Og karon para sa atong entertainment update, ania si Kamasang Kesa. Pasok!
Salamat mga kamasa ug karon para sa atong entertainment update, Sample King Jong Hilario ug asawa nga si Maya Azores gi-welcome ang ilang first baby girl. Malipayong gi-welcome ni Sample King Jong Hilario ug sa iyang longtime partner nga si Maya Azores ang ilang pinakaunang anak nga baby girl nga si Sarina. Makita sa Instagram post ni Jong ang picture sa iyang himsog ug smiling nga newborn baby girl, diin do na kini caption nga, "Hello my love." Gitawag ni Jong Hilario ang iyang anak nga Sample Princess, kung diin misikat usab si Jong nga giila isip Sample King tungod sa iyang mga dance moves. Apil sa mga ni-congratulate sa mag-asawa ang mga kauban ni ini nga host nga si Vice Ganda, Teddy Corpus, Bong Navarro ug si Ami Perez. Gawas ni ini nagpaabot usab sa ilang pagsadya sila ni Drojan Cruz, Jed Madela, Geneva Cruz ug Ogie Diaz. Back to you mga kamasa.
Alright, this portion is brought to you by 1st District Congressman Rolando Clarix Uy, kanunay nag-aalagad sa katawhan, Turugan Kape, and Smart Communication Incorporated. We will pause for a short break and we will be right back.
Pihan sa masa.
Ang kapihan sa masa hatod kaninyo sa Secured Bank.
Welcome back and you are still watching live here in Kapihan sa Masa. Mga kamasa, ang atong second invited guest kay nakahimamat mismo ni Kamasang Joy. Ato kining tanawon.
Mga kamasa, ang atong ikaduhang guest karong adlaw usap pud ka empowered women of the world. Born in Cagayan de Oro City, has been working in the United Nations system in 3 different UN organizations for almost 10 years now. A lawyer and humanitarian who advocates for the accountability of humanitarian organizations and for respecting the rights and dignity of people displaced by conflict and natural disasters. So she provides technical advice to regional offices and country missions to help ensure transparency and inclusive engagement with people in need, and has traveled to consult with people in interesting places such as South Sudan, Nigeria, Ethiopia, Jordan, and south of Turkey for the Syria crisis. Studied Master of Laws at the Graduate Institute of International and Development Studies, and also studied Juris Doctor Program at the Ateneo de Manila Law School. So mga kamasa, let's welcome Miss Chinky Bacal Mayencourt. Maayong buntag, Miss Chinky. Kini si Kamasang Joy. Kamusta ka?
Maayong buntag po, Joy. Maayong buntag sa tanan.
So salamat kaayo Miss Chinky sa pag-share sa imong oras sa amo karon no. Kini among episode mao ang Women of the World, o gimugna ni tungod kay gusto mi makabalo unsa ang experience og mga lessons na makatunan gikan sa mas successful na mga babae in different parts of the world. So para masugda nato karon no, Miss Chinky, para sa benefit sa atong mga viewers and listeners, pwede ba nimo ma-explain kanamo briefly kung unsa ang imong trabaho?
So, good morning sa tanan. So I work for the United Nations Migration Agency. So I'm based in the headquarters. I've been working at headquarters level since 2016. So mga 5 years na di ay tungkol. So I really focus on policy, the development of policy and strategies. I also facilitate and develop training modules for all staff of the organization. As you mentioned in my introduction, I specialize in accountability of humanitarian organizations. It's not just any accountability, because accountability is such a huge scope of work. It's focused on the people. So mga tao nga kinatabangan sa United Nations o sa mga humanitarian organizations, NGOs, both local and international, ang focus sa ako, ang specialization is among accountability anak ng mga tao. So kana siya, I have specialized on it. Actually, nagsugod ko sa Philippines yun. So nagsugod ko, interestingly, sa Sendong, katong sa Cagayan de Oro, Sendong 2011, and then the whole response happened, full-blown good was 2012. So diha, nakasulod. And more on engagement siya of the diverse people. So not just, so the populations that we help are also diverse. So we're not just helping like men, we're also helping women and girls and boys and older persons and people with disabilities. And they have different needs because they're different with different capacities. And through that specialization, it took me to many places in the world to provide technical guidance. So na-specialize na ko siya, and ang one pod is edge po siya, nga background is lawyer ko. So human rights ang perspective. So sa yun for me nga mag-advocate. So the challenges, of course, are the underlying conditions. For example, I work in places when I conflict. So I was actually based in Northeast Nigeria for 6 months back in 2015 to respond to the displacement caused by the Boko Haram terrorist group. So we're dealing with millions of people who are in need. And in those conditions, human rights need to be respected the most. Okay? Kanabiyang kalisod, murag, parehas sa Pilipinas, kay anad man tanang gira-gira sa Mindanao. The more biya nga kanang magkalisod ang mga tao, the more pod nga dili marespetaran ang ilahang dignidad o ilahang rights. So it took me to many places in the world, but of course my learning started from the Philippines. In Cagayan de Oro, that was the first, and then in Compostela region, I also lived in the Davao Compostela region, and then in Bohol for the earthquake response, and then finally Tacloban for the Yolanda response.
So, pwede ba nimo ma-share sa amo briefly again, Miss Chinky, no, ang imong journey paingon sa imong kung asa ka karon sa imong current na trabaho?
I think it's also interlinked to what I explained earlier. Like, it really started from Cagayan de Oro. And I'm actually quite glad that I started from there. Because I think ang mga Pinoy, well-trained mangguna sa kanang exposed man kahit na sa kapobrehon, sa kalisod. Kung dili man kita nagkalisod ang atong mga katauhan, magsugod ta sa atong mga katabang sa balay. Sa bata pa ta na-expose na ta nga lisod man day si yaya, nga nung daghan man day sila igsuon. So bata pa lang ka, molded yung mindset na dili ta parehas na dan. So kanada yung ang gap sa pobre o sa dato, maklaro man. Di man parehas diri sa Switzerland nga dili na klaro kay tanan halos maka-afford man gid sila mo kaon na sa may balay sa ato isog na. So I think kana siya nga ko ano nga combination sa pagkadako nimo as a Filipino, expose na kana, di ka kailangan og masters in poverty na-expose naman ka ana. And the other thing that was also, I think, maayo nga nag-build siya sa mindset, good mindset, sa kanang pagka-conscious sa kabutang sa nagkalisod. Kanang exposure nato sa climate change impact. Kanang bagyo, kakauno na naman nato kay sa tibok year, anad naman ta nga naagi na'y bagyo. In other countries such as in Europe, wala may bagyo. So they have to go to our country and places like the Philippines to study climate change, to study violent typhoons and hurricanes. For us, that's not needed. The other thing is also, well, as Mindanaoans, we're quite exposed to conflict crisis. So I think that we have battled that for like decades since the 1960s. Sa internal lugar na insurgencies nato with the communist groups, nagalohalo pagitanan kinay terrorist groups, mga Abu Sayyaf, naapoy ka na insurgent separatist group like MINF, MNLF, and we have also the communist movement. So tanan nagsagol. So ang ato exposure, okay kanang kuan siya, dili siya okay ha, pero kanang ang exposure nato is already there, so we don't need to study them that much, like already a step ahead. Now in terms of journey, it's really about what is your guiding principle in your work. So this is also about putting your compassion and your empathy in the right direction. So what are your skill sets that you can contribute to making lives better for people? If it really affects you a lot, that people are in hardships and they're struggling, especially when a disaster just happened, like a typhoon, an earthquake, or a conflict just happened, what do you have that you can offer to make life better for them?
So, aside from that, ma'am, so what are the challenges nga imong na-encounter as a woman, and how have these challenges and this journey in general shaped you into the woman you are today?
I think the primary challenge for a woman, particularly in this career, is the fact that your stereotype were put in a box. And also there's this last asa na music dugan, sorry. Hindi na ako padugan akong self. Sorry. Pwede ma-reduce ang music?
Yes, ma'am. Kanang murag ano imong signal, ma'am? Ang imuhang voice kanang putol-putol siya.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sige. Kani. Siguro ang signal gyud naghangin.
Okay na na, ma'am. Clear na siya.
Okay. So the challenges really for a woman in this career in the UN is intersectional. So not just being a woman, but also a young woman and the race. So daghan siya intersectionality. I think that in many cases, basta international organization, ang kadaghanan gyud sa management level is nationalities coming from the OECD countries, so really the first world countries. So for me, the challenge is not much. It's not really much centered on my gender as a woman, but more of the intersectionality of being a young woman from an Asian country And it's not just an Asian country like Japan or Korea, but from a non-OECD country. So nata sa developing to sa ka ng padulong na nga mag-develop country. So, but still, we're not in the first world kind of level. So in terms of like representation, I think that was really the main challenge. So normally, we are expected to deliver in places where it's very difficult. So because they're assuming na anata o kalisod, so ginabutang punta sa mga places na parehas sa South Sudan. So I have so many colleagues working in South Sudan, in Nigeria, Northeast Nigeria. So I'm not talking about the capital like Lagos, but this is like the Northeast. Murag sa ato pa ng version na sa Maguindanao and Basilan, Butang. So, and all other difficult areas. So, muna siya murag assumption na sige diha ka to actually journey from the Philippines and then in this career and then going to Nigeria and then landing a spot in HQ and the headquarters, not just in Geneva but also in Rome for the World Food Program. I feel is something that I am very proud of. And it wasn't an easy journey because you always have to prove yourself all the time. So whatever your white male colleagues, not to say that they're not competent, but I think we all understand that they also have enjoyed some privileges as OECD white male individuals. So I think that admittedly, even in the UN, they accept that. It's a fact. So for me to actually prove to the organizations that I applied to and I worked with that I am worth their investment and that they can stab at my skill sets over another applicant who is from an OECD country is something I think that.
Thank you kaayo ma'am no sa mga learnings nga imong gi-share sa amo. So thank you kaayo ma'am sa imong pag-share sa amoa. So on a lighter note, Miss Chinky, before we will let you go para mas maila-ila pagyud ka namo no dinhi sa Kapihan sa Masa, naatay fast talk o gitawag namo ni nga Kamasa Sagot Kita. So ang time limit ini is only 1 minute. So gamay ra gid kay siya ma'am. So are you ready?
Kana. Okay, so ready na po.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, Ma'am Chinky, buntag or gabi?
Gabi.
So, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Appetizer or dessert?
Dessert.
Bags or shoes?
And I have both.
Okay lang, ma'am. Books or movies?
Books.
Math or English?
English.
Running or swimming?
Swimming.
Bukid or dagat?
Dagat. More like that.
Dog or cat?
Cat.
So, kani ma'am, Piolo Pascual or Derek Ramsey?
Piolo oy, Derek Kaiga.
So, last ma'am, lights on or lights off?
Lights on.
Wow, tsada kayo. No? Safe kayo ang answer ni ma'am. Kay pag reading gid iya, lights on. Alright, once again, dagang salamat Miss Chinky Bakal. Please continue to be an inspiration to all women around the world. More power to you and stay safe there in Switzerland always. Thank you kaayo sa imong time, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Joy, and I really enjoyed this interview. Thank you for watching Kapihan sa Masa.
Thank you so much, Miss Chinky ug Kamasang Joy for that interview. Ug para sa atong weather update report aniya si Kamasang Kesa. Pasok!
mga kamasa ug karon para sa atong weather report diri sa Cagayan de Oro, Misamis Oriental, makasinati kita og 30 degrees brief morning showers followed by a thunderstorm in parts of the area in the afternoon. Ang posibilidad na makasinati kita og thunderstorm kay 41% and a probability of precipitation kay 68%. Nisubang ang adlaw kaganinang alas 5:40 sa kabuntagon ug mosalop kini sa alas 5:52 sa kahaponon. Back to you mga kamasa.
Alright, for suggestions, comments, feedbacks, please get in touch with Masa Foundation's contact details flash in your screen. You can follow us on Facebook, Marian Foundation 1995, Twitter, Instagram, Masa Foundation, or send us email at info@masafoundation.org or masafoundation@outlook.com. You can call or SMS us at 0917-678-8939. Kapihan sa Masa Facebook page and YouTube channel.
Ayaw sab kamo kalimot na ang Masa Foundation adunay gipahigayon nga mga livelihood activities. Sama sa personalized face mask, mag-printing, yarn, ID lamination ug ang atong wellness center, hilot and massage. Kini para dugang pag-alagad ug pagtabang sa atong mga PWDs beneficiaries. Amo pod giaghat kung kinsa ang kinasingkasing nga gusto nga mo alagad magserbisyo anda mahimong voluntaryo o gusto ba kaha mag-donate or mahimong benefactor either in cash or in kind.
Or di ba ka gusto mahimong sponsor o magpa-advertise dinhi sa atong programa sa Kapihan sa Masa, wherein all the proceeds will go to all our beneficiaries sa mga PWDs o para pod pagpadayon sa pagsuporta sa mga programa o serbisyo para sa atong mga disadvantaged sectors. Please visit us at Masa Foundation Office. We're located at 2nd floor Schaffner Building, Capistrano, Yakapin Streets. Ug daghang salamat sa pag-participate niining free load credit by Smart Communications. Ang tubag sa atong pangutana, unsa nga mga nasod nagatrabaho ang atong guest karong adlaw? Is it A. Thailand and Switzerland or B. Indonesia and Sweden? Ang tubag is letter A, Thailand and Switzerland. Congratulations to all our winners for today.
Dili usab nato kalimtan sa pagpasalamat ang atong mga sponsors. Masa Foundation, Masa Technical Institute, Religious of the Assumption, CWS Party List, 1st District Congressman Rolando Clarix Uy, Honorable Governor Mamental Alonto Adjong Jr. of Lanao del Sur, Honorable Alam Lim, ABC President, former Director of DPWH, Mambet Tupas Baruso, WTG Construction and Development Corporation, Secured Bank, Torogan Cafe, and of course ang atong kapartner pirmi ang Smart Communication.
Yes, atong pasalamatan usab ang atong mga government agencies partners, ang DOLE, DTI, TESDA, PCSO ug RPN TV5 DXKO CDO Station Manager Ma'am Jean Cerojejos. Once again, daghang salamat sa atong mga invited guests for today, Miss Jolette Alon ug si Miss Chinky Bakal Mayancourt.
Kami dinhi sa Kapihan sa Masa nang hinaot nga magpadayon gihapon kita mag-uban sa mosunod nga mga adlaw o katuigan. Og wala na kitay igong oras mga kamasa, dinhi na lang kita kutob hangtod sa sunod nga higayon. Kini ang inyong ubos nga kamasa, si Kamasang June nga magbilin sa inyo og binsahe nga. The empowered woman is the powerful beyond measures and beautiful beyond description. Anonymous.
Og kini si Kamasang Michael nga padayon nga naghinaot sa usa ka maayong adlaw sa atong mga kamasa.
Sa Masa may pag-asa ang masa.
Good morning.
Nasayod ka ba kung unsa ang masa? Nasayod ka ba kung para asa ang masa? Ang masa kasangga sa mga kabos, duulanan sa mga waytingog. Ang masa, bagong pag-asa ng masa. Makamasa ka ba? Kapihan sa Masa.
Ang Kapihan sa Masa hatod kaninyo sa Secured Bank.